loves, and welcome or welcome on back to my channel, That Aussie Mum. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Suze, and for those of you who do know me, welcome on back to the channel. In today's video, I am going to be showing you how to create this makeup look. I suppose it's a no makeup look or a natural look using only drugstore products just to get that glow from within look. It's a little bit different, okay? You're probably going to watch me do it and going, what are you doing? Like, you're doing it in the wrong order. Trust me. Trust the process. If you like this kind of content, give this video a thumbs up, click that subscribe button and the bell next to it so you get notified when new videos pop up. You know that I am a little bit all over the place and I cannot do the same thing over and over again. I do come back to those, but I do way more content than just this. This sort of stuff is new to this channel, but it won't be taking over the channel. So those of you who are here and enjoy my cleaning videos, I will still be doing cleaning videos. If you enjoy the Bible journaling and scripture journaling videos, I will still be doing those as well. Let's jump right on in to this video. Okay, so let's begin, I guess. Let's get this up out of the way. I have already prepped my face mostly, so I've obviously washed it, moisturized, hyaluronic acid, all that kind of stuff. I do need to still put on some sunscreen, so this is what I'm using at the moment for sunscreen. It is the Nivea Sun UV Face Shine Control Mattifying Effect 0% sticky 50 plus SPF sunscreen, and it looks like so. Always put sunscreen on, folks. Us over 40s, I know for me, definitely I refused to wear sunscreen when I was young, much to my mother's horror, because she would always tell me, we need to wear sunscreen, you need to wear sunscreen, and I was like, no, I don't like sunscreen, I don't want to wear sunscreen. She's like, you're gonna have skin like mine, and I was like, no I won't, no I won't, I don't care, I don't like sunscreen. But you know what? I regret that now. I regret it so much. Let's begin. I'm going to jump in with my Revlon, with my Revlon Photo Ready Perfecting Primer. It is a pump primer, and I'm going to I just do little bits at a time. I don't like doing the whole face at once. I really like this particular primer. It really gives you that photo finish. It helps to just blur everything out, which is great because I have particularly large pores. Now, I'm going to be doing this backwards because I'm extra that way. So I'm going to jump in, whoop, all my things are falling down. I am going to jump in with the BYS Full Coverage Camouflage Concealer. This one has got hyaluronic acid in it as well, and it covers dark spots, so I like to use this one just in the corners of my eyes here because that's where my dark spots seem to be. Ooh. So I'm going to take this handy dandy little flat brush. It came from Daiso, you know, I don't know, it does the job, and I'm just going to pat that all in. Now I'm going to be really unconventional, and I am going to do my concealer. So this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the Satin Finish. I picked this one up from Target, Australia, and this is in the shade Fair Warm. And I'm going to actually do my concealer first because that's how we do. Let's go, a little bit. All the usual places, you know, and I am going to go in a bit heavy down the bottom because I'm having a breakout at the moment. Believe it or not, 40-year-olds can break out too. Funny that. And I'm just going to go in with this sponge here. This is slightly damp. I don't go in too wet with this because it can sometimes pull it off. Press in, press in, press in. Yes, I know this probably makes me look super pale, but you'll see. Trust the process. Trust the process. That's all I have to say. And I'm going to go in with my other cream products that I'm using today. And actually, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Sheer. It doesn't have another name on it, but this is the e.l.f. Sheer Eye Primer, and it is actually not, it's quite sheer, so I'm just going to pop some of that up on here. Again, I picked this one up from Target. Normally we can find these Target, Big W and Kmart, but I do find that they're always, and I'm taking the bum end of this one and just patting it in, I always find that the e.l.f. and Essence brand shelves are usually quite empty or messy, and they don't bother to restock. So Kmart, Big W and Target, if you're listening to this, we all want those products, as you can tell, because we keep buying them, but you're not restocking them fast enough. Also, there's a few products we want from the US, and you don't stock them, and we want them. So yeah, that would be great. Okay, I'm going to now jump in with, I have got this Sports Girl trio of, what are they? Bronzer, blusher and highlighter. They are from Sports Girl Beauty, and these of course are cruelty free, and they come in a trio. I think they were $20 for the trio, and they're a solid set. I'm going to go straight in. They look like this, and obviously you can, oh no, yep, you can roll them in and out. All right, they're quite emollient. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, and I'm going to go and put in some, I'm not contouring so much, I'm more just doing all the cream stuff first. And I'm going to go in with, here's my brush. This here is a Pro Foundation and Buffing brush from MCO Beauty. It's got quite a thick head, but it's still nice and soft. And I'm just going to tap that in, pressing that into the skin. I'm not swiping it, because if I swipe it, it generally just makes a mess. And yeah, so tap, 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 tap. And yes, it looks crazy dark on camera at the moment. I understand that. In my mirror, it doesn't look too bad. And in that mirror blended out, it doesn't look too bad. But you've got to bear in mind that I am going to be putting a powder foundation over the top. So it is going to tone it all down quite a bit. So don't be afraid to, you know, put a fair amount of your cream products underneath. I am also tapping and pushing this into my hairline, because my scalp is obviously quite a lot lighter than my face. Right. So yes, it looks a bit crazy right now, but it'll work. Trust the process. Okay, I'm going to go in with the blush. These don't actually have color names on there. They're literally just blush, bronze and highlight. But they're very pretty anyway. So again, it looks the same, and I'm just going to go in there quite heavy where I would normally put my blush, and a little bit on the bridge of my nose, because I like doing that now apparently. That's just what I do now. A little bit on the apples of the cheeks. And I'm going to take my poor little broken blush brush. This is the one I use for cream blush. And again, I'm just pushing that in. to the skin. And I am bringing it up in sort of that W shape that seems to be trending at the moment. I don't know, I feel like it might make me look a bit younger. I don't know, more sun-kissed. I like it. I like it that way. A little bit down, just bring whatever's left over. Next, I'm going to go in with the highlight. Looks the same. Now, I'm not going in with the highlight all over my normal highlight places because it's hard to blend. This one's hard to blend out, but I am going to go in here. You can see there it's quite bold. But we're going to go hard in there anyway because we're covering it, remember? Look at that. So pretty. A wee right on the tip of the nose. I'm just going to do the same. Press it in. Try to drag it around a little bit so you don't get those lines. And yes, I know I'm rambling. I'm sorry. I've been fighting a 2-day migraine for the last little while and it's still not quite gone yet. And I don't know what's causing them all of a sudden because I haven't had a migraine in ages. It might have been the physio appointment that I had. He went pretty hard because I've got really tense muscles just in here. And oh yeah, even when I do that, I can feel it shooting forward into my forehead. So I know I'm rambling. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What we're going to do now is we're going to go in with the Essence 16 Hour Cover and Last Powder Foundation. Now normally I don't go a powder foundation, I'm normally a liquid foundation type of gal, but I'm actually a bit hooked on this, and this is actually waterproof, so when you're sweating and it's hot or if it rains, it doesn't come off and it feels like second skin, like you can touch it and it feels like your own skin. And that's something I like about these, is that once they dry down, they almost dry down to a powder. They're not sticky, they're not coming off. And once this is on, it feels like you've got a second skin, and it is amazing. And I've got this in the shade 08 Sand, but these are quite cool. They come like this, they're a pressed powder, but then they also come with their own little mirror and a little sponge. Now I have used this sponge, but I don't actually, it doesn't work that way nicely for me that way. So I'm actually going to go in with this really big fluffy brush right here. I'm just going to dip in here quite heavily. I'm not even going to tap it off. And did I prime with my eye? Yes, I did. And I'm just going to go in and I'm going to go nuts. On the eyes, make sure you do the ears, down the neck. This also stops the need for having to use a setting powder, because it's kind of like a setting powder and foundation in one, which is awesome, because I do find that the setting powder cakes under my eyes a wee bit, because, you know, I'm over 40 and I have wrinkles down there. Under here. Yep, yes I do. And that's normal. It happens to everyone. If you see me looking this way, it's because I have a big wardrobe mirror over here as well. And sometimes I find that the little mirror that I'm using doesn't quite, I don't know, I feel like I need a much bigger mirror. This mirror is quite small, but if I look over there also, I can kind of see a little bit more of what it looks like overall. So if you see me looking that way, I'm just checking how it's looking overall. It's such a sheer cover. It's not a full coverage, it's not a medium coverage, it's just a nice light coverage. You know, just to smooth and blur the skin a wee bit. Now I am going to jump in with my Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. This is for the lighter skin, so it's not too crazy, but I'm thinking for summer, end of summer, I'm going to need to go and get the one for darker skin, because I tan very easily, and by the end of summer I'm quite tanned. And I'm going to go in with another one of these platinum base blending brushes, and I'm just gonna go in there and just go over. Ooh, and this one has like a scent to it. It's like a coconutty scent. This is an 01 Natural, by the way. And it is a matte bronzing powder. I like to be a little bit matte with just a pop of dewiness. So I'm just going over where I had my bronzer underneath. But I am going to swap brushes to this little brush here. This is a BYS synthetic brush, just a random blending brush, I guess. And I use this one for contouring my nose. But, you know. By the way, still loving my tattooed eyebrows. However, I still feel like they could be a bit darker. A lot of the colour has come out, so I think when I go back for my follow-up, I'm going to be asking for them to be a bit darker. On camera, they look awesome, but in real life, oh, they look pretty awesome, but I reckon they could look awesomer. But I still don't have to do anything with them. I can brush them out and leave them, and that's it, and it's done, and I freaking love that. Okay, I'm going in with all Essence powders at the moment. So this is the Essence The Blush, and it is in the shade 30 Breathtaking. So this one is a powder blush. Looks like so pretty. It's a nice subtle shade. I'm going in with another one of these Models Prefer angled brushes, and I'm just again going to go over very lightly in that W sort of shape on the bridge of the nose. I like to put a bit here and a little bit up here because then it all marries together. And the highlighter I'm going in with is the Essence The Highlighter Luminous Glow in the shade 02 Sun Showers. And this one is very nice. It's quite understated, but there you go, it's what it looks like. It's quite understated, but that is exactly what we're looking for an everyday, just glow from within kind of look. And I'm going in with my Thin Lizzy, whatever this brush is. I love this brush. So let's jump right on in here. And I'm quite heavy-handed with it. And I'm just going to gently pop that on, press it in. And I'm not going right up under here, because if I do that, all it's going to do is it's going to settle into those fine lines and crow's feet. And look at that. Pretty. And I don't want to accentuate those. I probably went a little bit too much on that one. But, oh well, you know, the camera does pick it up a lot more. Like I'm looking in my big mirror over here. I mean, it's there, but it's, you know, the camera, this camera, I must say, because I'm using a different camera. I usually film on my phone, but it's really hard to do makeup tutorials and stuff with a camera that doesn't have a flippy outy display viewy thing. So I've actually borrowed Natalie's Canon. I'm pretty sure it's an EOS 200D, and oh, by the way, popping it on the Cupid's bow on the chin. Whoop! Hello, hello, and up here and up in here. A little bit above the brows, not too much, and right here where the sun hits, and I've gone way too hard with that. Let's use the fingers to tone it down a wee bit. Ooh, hello. Yes. We're going into the eyes. So, and by the way, I've just got the thing down here and I'm kind of cleaning my brushes as I go. And if you're wondering what I'm using the e.l.f. Daily Brush Cleaner. I basically spray it onto the bristles and I wipe it down on the tea towel or on the paper towel, or sometimes I just spray it straight on the paper towel, and then I can clean the brushes down right on there. Look at that, all clean, and let that dry. ready for the next use, and I don't have to spend hours cleaning my brushes like I used to, and hours waiting for them to dry like I used to. Right, we're going to go in with the eyes, and we are going to use the MCO Beauty eyeshadow palette in Peachy Nudes. Now, MCO Beauty, for those of you who don't know, you can find that like a Australian brand, and they are they're not a drugstore brand. Like, you can get it, I'm trying to think where you can get it. I got all of mine from Woolworths. I'm pretty sure you can get it in Coles. And you can get some in Big W, Kmart, and those sorts of places. This one is quite pretty. It's got a bunch of mattes and a bunch of shimmer shades. So it's got 3 mattes and 6 sort of shimmer shades. There's no sort of pressed glitter, but they're quite pretty, and the 3 mattes are perfect for the look that we're going for today, just your no makeup look. So we're going to jump in with this, and I'm going to use, not that one, where's the one I want? I'm going to be using this EcoTools a dual-ended brush. So this has got the blend on this side and it's got the smudge on this side. I have quite a few of these. By the way, and I'm going to zoom you in. Just give me a second. I'm going to zoom you in for this eye look. Ooh, zoomed in. If you've made it this far, in the comments below, I would like you to tell me your favourite drugstore brand of makeup. Now, obviously in Australia we're going to have different ones to the ones that people have in other countries, and I would love to know if you've got brands that we don't have, which I guarantee that you do. So, also, if you're enjoying this, go ahead, hit that like button. Yeah, you knew it was coming. And if you're not already subscribed, and I know that some of you are not subscribed, I can see in my analytics that most people who watch my videos are not even subscribed to my channel, but you keep coming back. So how about you subscribe? Click that subscribe button, click the little bell next to it, and you'll be notified when new videos come up. And then, you know, I'm just there automatically. How awesome is that? Go ahead, do that thing. We're going to jump right on into this palette now, and I'm going to go into the lightest matte shade over here. These do not have names, but you know what? It's a cheap palette. So I'm going in with this light shade over here, and it is quite well pigmented. You can buff it off, but it's quite light. So we're going to go in, and this is like our transition shade, so to speak, but I'm actually going to go in, I'm going in hard, okay? I'm going in and I'm just buffing it all over. Now I've got hooded eyes, so you can see here, hooded eyes, and if I put it all just down in here, you're not going to see anything. But I don't want any on the lid, so I'm going up here, and I don't want to go all the way up to my eyebrow either, because, I don't know, I just don't think we want to do that. So, and I'm going to dip in a few times. I'm also not going all the way into the inner corner of my eye. I'm keeping it all on the outside here, and I'm not going too far that way either. Wow, I'm articulate today. But we're going in there. Let's put on a little more and buff it. And I'm actually going to find a brush. This is another EcoTools large shadow brush. Just give it a quick wipe. It's got nothing on it, so I'm going to use that to just buff out the edge there, so it looks seamless. That'll do. That'll do. Just going to wipe that brush off, and I'm going to go into this middle shade right over here, and that one we're going to do in the I am going to tap that one off because that's a wee bit crazy. And a lot of people do this and they go and do their crease like this, but you know, if you've got hooded eyes, then you're not going to see it. So what you want to do is you want to look straight at yourself, right, with them like this. You're going to, this is so hard to explain, raise your eyebrows and still look, find where your crease starts, like here, and then you're going to stick it in and then let the crease go. And then you're just going to swipe, swipe, swipe in the crease, get it in there, and we're not going all the way, and this feels so weird and I can't see properly. Okay, we can see some of it, but we need to also then, once we've got that crease line, we can open up more, close the lids more and go above it a wee bit and buff it. And then you can actually see it. Look at that. Look at that. You can actually see the crease cover with hooded eyes. Amazing. And we're going to take that clean brush again and just gently blend those two together, not going too far in and not going too far out. Perfection. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get a smaller EcoTools brush. Let me see. Don't want that one. Too small. This one. This is the EcoTools Liner Smudge Brush. It's very little. It's a baby. Excuse me. I'm going to use this for the outer corner. And we're going to go in with this darkest, this is the darkest shade in the palette. As you can see, you don't go too dark in here. So darkest shade in the palette. And we're going to put some on there and we're going to tap it off because we just want just the tiniest little bit of darker in the corner here. And I'm just sort of pressing it in and then going roundy roundy a wee bit. Just a little bit. You only need a little bit. See, this is already getting a bit too... Again, the camera's picking it up, making it look way more glam than it actually is in real life. Alright, I'm going to take that clean brush again and I'm just going to use it to try and unpatchy this side. I know this looks complicated, but it's really not. It's just being complicated because I'm talking at the same time, and talking and doing makeup at the same time is actually really hard. Okay? Especially when you're only new to this. Loving it. Right, now I'm going to get a flat brush. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Oh, I've got a new flat brush. I've got a new one. This is the Emco Beauty Pro Eyeshadow Brush, and it has got a thin flat head, which is great for doing a sort of a shimmer shade. And I'm going to go in with this very light shimmer shade down here because we want to be as natural as possible. Woo. And I'm going to pack it on the brush. Okay, I'm packing it on, and instead of swiping, I'm going to press it. Press, 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 press onto the lid. I'm not doing the inner corner. Oh no, you know what? Blow it. I'm going to do the inner corner a little bit just to lighten it up. And again, I'm not swiping, but I am pressing in. And I think this is a very flattering everyday look. You could get away with this every day, and it's so easy, and you've only used 4 shades out of that one thing, and it's stunning. So that is what it looks like. Yes, very nice. Now I'm looking at it and I'm thinking I'm going to need to add more blush. My skin eats blush, so I'm going to go back in with my Essence blush just a wee bit. Always have to go back in with my blush because it just, I don't know, my skin really likes to eat it. It's such a weird thought, my skin likes to eat blush, but it's true. It literally disappears into my skin. And that's also toning down that crazy highlight I had going on there. Ooh! I went a bit crazy, but again, it's going to continue eating that blush the whole time. I need to clean that one. Right, I'm not going to do any sort of liner. I'm not going to do any, normally I would do like a waterline liner, like a whitey creamy coloured one to make my eyes look bigger, but we're not going for that today. I'm not going for any liner, I'm not going for any wing. So I'm going straight in to a mascara, and I am using the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara, the waterproof one. It looks like this. It's so cute. It's super cute. Looks like it's got a little corset. And yeah, so this is the Essence one, waterproof mascara for an irresistible false lash effect and dramatic volume. Ophthalmologically, actually said it, ophthalmologically approved, which means it's safe for your eyes. And I wear contact lenses, and so sometimes you need to have things that are safe for your contact lenses. This is what the wand looks like. It's just a regular old wand, but it's nice and long. Come on. It's nice and long, so it's nice and easy to get in with the lashes. And I'm just literally going to go in root to tip. I'm not even going to use a primer for my lashes today because I'm not looking for wow, I'm just looking for there, right? So I'm going to go in. Now, this is where I'll have to laugh because everyone says you can't put on mascara without opening your mouth. Right? I can. Watch and learn. Also, my eyebrows raised. It's hilarious. And I'm literally going in, root to tip, and I'm rolling the mascara wand as I go to make sure I am covering every part of the lash. And yes, I know I'm making a mess, but we all know we can clean that off when it's dry. And I'm actually going to go in with a clean spoolie to try and get out some clumps, because I do find that this mascara clumps a wee bit, but we're going to just do this to try and break up those clumps. They're nice. Look at the difference. No mascara, mascara. It's really hard to talk and put mascara on at the same time, by the way, so just excuse me. Okie dokie. And I'm only doing one coat. And I will do the bottoms. I don't know, I don't feel complete if I don't do my, I just messed that up. If I don't do my bottom lashes, I don't feel complete. And yes, my eyelashes are very long, but they're very straight and they don't curl. I've tried. If you have a way to get your lashes to curl really well, please let me know, because mine won't curl. They are straighty 180, unlike me. Let's go in there and clean it up. I've just got a dry Q-tip, earbud, cotton bud, whatever. I'm just going to go in there and scrape them off. Basically. I also have to say with this, there is no fallout, or I didn't get any fallout from the shades that I've used, which is very impressive. Well, I really did a number on this eyelid, didn't I? Come on. Of course, the other thing you can do is, if you really make a mess with your mascara, is just smudge it out and just go, yeah, no, it's meant to look that way. One last thing we're going to do before we do the lips is I'm going to go back in with this highlighter and my regular highlighter brush. Boom. And I'm going to go in on my brow bone, because the colour of this works so well with this, and it just softens up that eye look Very pretty. Over the nose one more time. Chuck on here. Boom. Okay, eyes done. Awesome. Now, I'm going to go in. I'm not even going to line my lips. I'm not going to put lipstick on them. I'm going straight in with the Maybelline Lifter Gloss plus Hyaluronic Acid in the shade 20 Sun. Looks like this. I really love this shade. It's super pretty, but it's super understated. And it's got a super big doe foot applicator. Look at that. And we're just going to go straight in. Straight in. Now you could of course go in with a nude lip if you really, really wanted to, but for me personally, I feel like my lips have got enough colour that a little bit of gloss actually goes a long way to making it look natural. 1 second. Big mirror approves. That is always good. So there you have it. Let me zoom you back out because this close-up is a bit crazy. Alright you guys, that is it. I'm actually going to leave my hair up like this today because I'm not going anywhere and this works. If you enjoyed this video and give it a great old big thumbs up, leave a comment down in the comment bank below. Let me know what your favourite drugstore pharmaceutical cheap, not high-end brand is. I'd love, 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 love to know what your favorite drugstore brand is. And of course, if you want to see more of this type of thing, you need to click the subscribe button as well as the bell notification next to it so you get notified when new videos pop up. Of course, this is not the only type of content that I do on this channel. This is actually relatively new kind of content for me. I'm really enjoying makeup now that I'm in my 40s. And I've never really been into makeup, but I don't know, it's caught my fancy. I don't know, you know what I'm like, I tend to just jump from one thing to the next. So, of course, there are other things that you can watch on this channel. I've got haul videos, I've got grocery hauls, I've got clean with me videos, I've got scripture journaling videos, unboxing videos. I have the whole gamut because I swear I'm ADHD or something like that because I just cannot stick with one thing at a time. So again, one last time, a thumbs up, leave a comment, click the subscribe button, click the bell so you get notified, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!